What up, Dokkaners? So we have a response from Dokkan in regards to the JP Memorial Stone conversion fiasco. Isn't this crazy? We just had this, what, like a week ago for the coin thing? Now these dummies have a problem with the Memorial Stone. So let's go ahead and see what they've done. This is for JP players, so global players. Obviously, this doesn't apply to you, but let's see what they have done. And let's see what sort of a response this will create in the community. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say it's probably going to be negative, but I don't actually know what they've said yet. So let's go ahead and take a look. This was translated by Minato. There is a Minato post. There's also a Dokkan World post. The reason why we're going to be looking at these is just because it's well crafted and structurally sound. The original one, if you translate it into the Google Translate, it looks like this garbage, which is not very easy to read. So that's why we're going to read it this way. So if there's any issues, hopefully I can clarify in the pinned comment down below, but this should be good. Thank you for your continued use of Dokkan. We have completed our investigation into the issue and have provided compensation to affected users. So to catch you guys up to speed, this wasn't given out properly. It is a 50-to-1 ratio. 50 stones equals 1 memorial stone over the course of the year. Some people got a little bit less than they were owed. Some people got none of it. So this is hopefully going to fix it. As a result of the investigation, we have confirmed that some users have not received the Memorial Stone 6. Some have received fewer Memorial Stones than they should have. In response to this issue, we have provided the following compensation to the affected users. To users who did not receive the Memorial Stone 6. Okay, you got nothing at all. We have sent the number of Memorial Stones that was originally supposed to be distributed, as well as 5 Dragon Stones as an apology. Okay, that's great. So those who got nothing got everything and then some. 5 Dragon Stones. Okay. To users whose character exchange was not affected by the limited distribution of Memorial Stone 6. What the hell does that mean? To users whose character exchange was not affected? Character exchange as in like picking up one of these? By the limited distribution. Like you got fewer than you were supposed to, but you still got enough to buy stuff? I think that's what that means. That's a weird way to phrase it. I don't know if this is a literal one-to-one translation. Let me check Dokkan World. Those who did not receive... Yeah, this is down to its bare bones, so it's not a full sentences. Players who received fewer Memorial Stones, no impact on character exchange. Okay, this makes more sense. So, okay, if I'm to understand what they're saying here, this situation that they're referring to would be those players, let's just say for argument's sake, you got 290 stones. 290 stones lets you buy, sell, or any of the LRs, as well as any of the TURs, right? Once. So if you spent 200 of those 290, you bought the Janemba, you've got 90 left over. But you were originally supposed to have like 320, right? So with your 90 Memorial Stones left over, 30 being owed, we have sent the difference between the number of stones that were originally distributed and the number that were distributed in small quantities. So they're filling in the difference. And because you had no issue in terms of redeeming those stones for a character, it doesn't impact your overall approach, because that is a significant detail to consider. If you were someone who had 190 Memorial Stones, but you really wanted to get this guy, and you were supposed to get 240, but you can't now, well, that's a serious problem. But if you're somebody who eclipses the 200 number, and this wouldn't impact your decision to buy any of them in particular, they're just simply filling the difference. So that makes sense. Okay, so they're splitting the difference and they're giving you whatever remainder stuff that you were owed, as well as 5 Dragon Stones. All right, okay. To users whose character exchange opportunities were affected by the limited distribution of the Memorial Stone 6. Okay, so this would be the example that I'm talking about. Let's just say, for argument's sake, you were given 180 Memorial Stones. You were owed 240. So you were shorted by 60, okay? Some of you might be able to tell. Some of you might not be able to tell, because maybe you just didn't really pay attention to how much you spent during the year. Not that many people would, right? It's a year-long thing. You're not going to necessarily keep track of all that unless you're like a content creator and you're keeping track of your finances. But if you have 180 and you just go ahead and use 150 to buy a character, well, you now have lost the opportunity to get one of the 200 ones. But it's not like the game is to decide whether you were going to make that decision or not. The decision's been taken out of your hands due to their stupidity. So because you spent 180 and you have 60 left over, let's see what they're going to do here. To compensate for the lost opportunity to exchange for characters, we have provided compensation for the number of Memorial Stones that were originally distributed, so that the total number of characters you can have exchanged for is 150 or 200. What? So that the total number of characters you have can be exchanged for 150 or 200. I don't think that this is being translated properly, depending on the number of stones. Let me see the Dokkan Info one. Players who received fewer memorial stones, character exchanges were affected. Additional memorial stones provided so that the total holdings reach 150 or 200, ensuring a character exchange is possible. I hope I'm understanding this right. I don't know if I necessarily am, but I feel like if you're someone who spent memorial stones, and it could have been something that you would have spent for something higher, you should just simply replace the whole thing. I'm not sure I'm following that. I need to go here and read this. To users whose character exchange opportunities were impacted by the limited distribution of Memorial Stone 6, we have compensated for the lost opportunity to exchange player for characters by providing 150 or 200. Oh, I see. Okay. So they're straight up just giving you 150 or 200. That's what that is. So what that tells me is that whatever they did to screw you over, it can't possibly have been more egregious than 200 memorial stones lost. I would hope. I would hope that there is no, JP player out there that was supposed to be given like 2,500 but got 800. Because according to this, they would not split the difference. They would only give you this much more. If I'm understanding this right. I'm not quite totally understanding what they're saying here, because this isn't correct. This is not correct. This is not being translated properly, and this is also not being translated properly. To compensate for the loss of, we provide a compensation for the number of dragon stones that were originally distributed, so that the total number of characters you can have exchanged. Yeah, this is also not translated right. So I will probably have to clarify in the pinned comment if I'm understanding this, but I believe what they're saying is they're just simply giving you 150 or 200 memorial stones, depending on the number of memorial stones that were originally distributed. So if you were someone that could have, with the original amount, be able to buy one of these, then you would be given 200. But if you were someone whose original amount would only be enough to buy a 150 valued thing, you'd probably get 150. I think that's what that means. Yeah, so I think there's still a little bit of confusion when it comes to this. So check the pinned comment, or I might just make another video following up on this. I think what I'm saying probably is what happens, but we'll see. If you are one of those people who did spend your memorial stones before we were actually compensated, and as a result, it impacted your ability to buy what you truly originally wanted, which was like a 200 value one, feel free to let me know. But yeah, I'll probably follow up on this. But this is not even where it ends. So that's the third scenario. Compensation period begins now until October 14th. I don't think it's going to take that long, but I think it just means that in that interval, they'll be giving it out. Due to a bug, you are unable to exchange. Oh. To all users, due to a bug, you are unable to exchange for the Treasure Memorial Stone 6 at the exchange. Oh, wait. Maybe that's due to a bug. Nobody was able to. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I was just talking to Minato about it. So I think, yeah, my theory is the one, because Minato had over 300 memorial stones. He did not exchange anything in the Baba shop, even until the Baba shop was closed down on JP. And when it came out of it, he still didn't get any compensation. So I think it very much just applies to those who did not have the enough amount. If you had more than 200 and you just chose not to buy it, that doesn't matter. But they did close down the Baba shop when they were trying to figure out this whole problem and isolate it and fix it. So because they had to close down the Baba shop, it created an inconvenience. And as such, everyone is getting 2 Dragon Stones, JP players. Dragon Stone receipt period being given until September 19th. So Dragon Stones will be given into the gift box. The following services will be temporarily suspended due to the issue, have been resumed and extended. Celebration Ticket Dokkan Festival extended until October 14th. Celebration Dokkan Festival until October 17th. We sincerely apologize. Okay, so I think we have now gotten down to the bottom of this whole thing. Basically, a bunch of dummies, they fixed it and they have made the appropriate steps to compensate. I believe what I said is correct, as far as the third option, the third situation, but I will clarify in the pinned comment if anything is necessary. So do check down there. But hopefully you JP players got everything that you were originally owed, and hopefully now you can make your decisions, or at least keep an eye on which characters you want to be picking up. We do have the potential for an Easy A and a Super Easy A coming soon. Now, obviously the inventory has been grossly limited compared to years past when it comes to the Memorial Stone, but still your choices could ultimately change depending on which characters receive Easy A's or Super Easy A's. So if you were to ask me, I would recommend that you would still hold off on exchanging or spending anything until maybe a little bit further into the celebration, at least into part 2, to get an idea for what's going to be going on over there. But the bottom line, it has been fixed. They made a boo-boo, they fixed the boo-boo, and they have now handed out the compensation, or if they haven't yet, it'll be given to you eventually. So yeah, and that's the end of that chapter. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below, leave in the comments your thoughts on all of this conversion, confusion, stone, coin things that Dokkan seems to be screwing up a lot on lately. What are your thoughts on the compensation? Was it appropriate? Was it not? Which situation do you fall under, JP players? Global players, do you think there should have been some sort of a compensation on your side? I personally don't think so. We were not affected, so we're fine. But let me know your thoughts overall. Anything that I missed, feel free to share in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content of the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and I was to Dokkan responsibly.